Bienvenue, welcome. This is a video. Well, first off, happy 4th of July. So this is probably the best location right here. So you might not be able to see my gorgeous cranium, but you can hear me. So, and it's important. Here I am. Look at this. These are my Goldilocks. Happy 4th of July. I have 3 gigs coming up with the Cashmere fellas. July 13th in Norridge, Illinois. There's a big shindig July 13th in Norridge. I think July 13th is a Friday. I'm playing July 22nd in Forest Park, Illinois. I believe that's a Sunday in the day. About 6 p.m. maybe. And then I'm playing July 28th at the Broken Oar in Illinois. I'm not sure, it's on the Fox River somewhere. So, now this is what I've been doing. After palling with flutists for a couple years now, flutists and bonzo-nishi, there's a lot of folks, probably you and folks that are watching my videos, that are sort of experty on the Royal Albert Hall 1970 soul. Remember, back in the earlier day, Bonham played Moby Dick a little differently, which I really enjoy. I'd never really heard those earlier versions. Remember, I was more pre-internet-y guy, as a lot of us are. I didn't really hear a lot of bootlegs growing up, kind of until the internet rolled around. So I didn't even know there was a Royal Albert Hall 1970 show until the frickin' DVD came out. So there's so much going on in the world of I always knew there were a lot of paradiddles and sort of... Bonham is the paradiddle and the paradiddle-diddle guru, and he plays them in such a way in Moby Dick and in other stuff, but also little things like in Dazed and Confused, cool little things. So what I've been doing is working on my sort of simple, well, they're not necessarily easy, but paradiddles around a 4-piece configuration, okay? My 16-inch amber bisylite floor tom, my 10 by 14, my 14 by 26, and my 6.5 by 14 Ludwig Supra. So check this out. Now this is how I'm actually going to do it. This is like the demonstration of how it actually is in real time. It's not like, well, you kind of go like this, and here it is, and there you go. I am going to put my headphones on for my hearing protection. Remember, seldom is anything ever coming out here. It's just to protect. It's just to protect my ears. So here, the optimal, I think, location for my talking, and then for the playing, okay? Might be a little loud on the playing, so adjust your volume now, okay? Hang on. Remember, I'm not really going to hit any cymbals, so it's all drums. Ready? Here, soft. Okay, so what I'm going to do now are regular paradiddles. Right, left, right, left, left. And I'm just going to... I have flip-flops on. Get me a boot. So here we go. So I'm going to go like this. So remember the paradiddle. Right, left, left. And I'm going to do this. Okay, we're going to jump right to my right, my main of the paradiddle, and then my left on the rack tom. Now, it seems simple enough. I want you now, everybody, right now at this moment, to go to your drum kits. And just sit and go, right, left, left. Right, left, left. So that's what I'm just going to do. So observe. Sit back, get yourself a bag of Matt's chocolate chip cookies, and go berserker. So... Hang on, just observe though. Watch this. I'm going to speed it up a little bit, and something will become apparent. First is doing them. You have to sort of loosen up to them. I'm not really used to over time doing simple paradiddles around a 4-piece kit like this. I'm getting better at it. But what I'm also trying to do is concentrate on my left hand. Remember when Bonham used to do all that cool stuff like that? He had a lot of power in his left hand. Okay? He hit hard. He hit a lot of beats. My left hand is sort of on the D+ side compared to most drummers. So I've had to kind of work on sort of really concentrating on it and giving it power and really paying a lot of attention to it. Remember in Drummerville and Pianoville, because of the nature of sort of the hand-in-hand symmetry, you have to get not just both, you know, get as good as you can, but oftentimes, remember, there's a parity. It's like the TED spread. It's like doing a calendar spread in options and futures. You really need to bring your weak side or arm as close. You got to get that really close to your other one, okay? You got to get that, you got to close that gap, okay? Remember, your strong one wants to race forward, and your left or your weak one's like, wait up, and the strong one, I've said this before in videos. So, really try to get that power on your weak side. Boy, thank God there's no cymbals here. I'd go berserker. So, but then you can fool around with the sticking. You don't have to just go. You do this. Slight variation. I'm still going right, left, right, left, left. Except that I'm putting the single notes in the paradiddle around here, and only the double, the right, is occurring here, okay? Right, left, right. Well, I'm going to leave my left hand here, sorry, on this one. Right, left, right, left, right, left. See that? So, okay, and you'll see Bonham uses that, like when he actually does a slightly different sticking. Well, not sticking, but Bonham does a thing where he'll put he puts the double and one of the singles on the floor tom. So like, remember, those are just different permutations. I don't do that one that well. Do you know why? Physically, I could do it, but mentally, I have a hard time with it because I'm not used to doing it. I'm not used to going. Naturally, it won't come really with speed. But in the Moby Dick Royal Albert Hall, and in early days of Moby Dick, and in a lot of early Zeppelin, Bonham did a lot of straight-up paradiddles around the kit. Also paradiddle-diddles. But sometimes they weren't even like in Moby Dick, it's not necessarily one and up, two and up, three. Sometimes there's this. Where those last four notes are not, they're like 16ths, okay? So 1 and a 2 and a 3. So watch this. 1 and a 2 and a 3. It's just that the and is doubled. See that? There's a difference there. Watch the Moby Dick 50% that some genius, God love them, put up from the Earl's Court. Please, any computer gurus, the Mr. MIDI who did that, would you try to do that if you can from the Madison Square, 1973 Madison Square Garden Moby Dick, because there's footage there, him going berserker. Granted, I know that is film, 24 frames, I think, per second. I don't know if it'll be easy, because the Earl's Court stuff is video. People don't realize that. The Earl's Court is video. That was video they shot. There's a difference between video and then film versus, okay? And also, too, see if you can maybe do it with the Royal Albert Hall, but again, that's film, too. So I just want to make this video. This is what I've been working on, my paradiddles. Because when Kashmir or any Zeppelin band I'm going to play with, I would like to, at some point, at least have the option of doing the Royal Albert Hall Moby Dick. I just do kind of a half-assed job. And that's the neat thing, man. I saw this Bonzo Nishi, this fella on YouTube years ago. I stumbled upon him. Bonzo Nishi. Japanese fella who I think still drums and is still Mr. Bonham. and he plays with that fella, Jimmy Sakurai. You can see in some, I think the gig where Jimmy Page went to the gig to see Mr. Jimmy Sakurai, or Jimmy Sakurai, you know, that guitar player, played with Derek's band, with Led Zeppelin again. I think that's Bonzo Nishi playing the drums, 10 years older. So Bonzo Nishi. I talked about it in my other videos, but I called it Bonzo Ishi. I forgot the N was in it, so I was never able to find it until somebody pointed it out to me. God love you. So, that's what I'm saying. So anyway, Bonzo Nishi. Watch how this guy, pretty much note for note, copied the Roy Albert Hall. There's 2 separate videos, man. And then, of course, we have George Lucy, the missing link flutist, who has everything Bonham down cold, okay? So anyway, so that's what I'm doing here in my neck of the woods. Thanks for watching. More videos on the way. Remember, I got these 3 gigs coming up. July 13th in Norridge, Illinois, which is essentially like Harlem Avenue and Montrose. July 22nd in Forest Park, Illinois, which is essentially Harlem and Madison Street. Okay? And then July 28th at the Broken Oar. I forget the name of the town. Is it Carpentersville or something? But it's not far from the Fox River. It's kind of north, though, near Elgin. More videos on the way. I really appreciate all my subscribers, my faithful fans. I love you crazy cats, okay? So keep your eye out for more videos. I'm getting a new board soon. I'm also trying, there's a thing called gig grips that I'm going to try to put on my hand. I think that might be a problem I'm having with Moby Dick. I'm spending so much time trying to keep the stick from doing this as I play, instead of just concentrating on like the 8th notes. So it's a little apparatus that my friend Ryan pointed out to me, which I'd actually seen in Modern Drummers for the last 30 years, that I thought was some like total snake oil type thing. This might work, man. Who knows? I might put this gig grip latex thing on my hand, and maybe we'll do Moby Dick like, but like that rock and roll. And that'll be it, okay? More videos on the way. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it.